What is going on, guys? It's Sparks here, and welcome to another episode, or shall I say the first episode of The Crew. The Crew is currently in beta on the PC, and I've been able to play it. Pretty much the only sequence that I've been able to play is the opening sequence, but I want to go over with you how cool this game is. So, The Crew is an open world racing game that covers the entirety of the United States. Now, I don't want to say all of the United States because it's not all the United States, but they've chosen a few distinct cities and they've made those cities fully fleshed out, as well as made some pathways or roadways and highways in order to get from city to city. So you can literally travel from one end of the map to the other. So let's say from Detroit to Las Vegas, which are two of the places on the map that you can visit. And they pretty much they give it a good open air feel. So pretty much so far as I've been playing, every location that I've been to, any place you can possibly look at or drive to, you can actually drive to. So when you're in open fields like this, you can drive through these open fields. So you can see some of the cities that you can drive to, Detroit and Chicago being two of them. And they give you a good amount of freedom, and that is a good thing so far. One of the things I really enjoy about this game is it really reminds me of, racing games, the racing games of my past that I've really enjoyed, like some of the games in the Need for Speed series, as well as Burnout Paradise. It's up there with some really, really great racing titles, in my opinion. And I'm not sure at the moment, but it seems to have this always online aspect to it. So as you're driving around, you will see cars with like little names above their head, and you'll see that soon. Here I wanted to go off-road just as a demonstration that you can go anywhere, but like I said, coming up you can see that there's a car up there and it's got a name above it as it's driving away. I'm not too sure at this point of me playing what the purpose of that is, but I have found out that there is a big multiplayer aspect and co-op aspect to this game, so hopefully that will be fun. Now, the reason I compare this to Need for Speed is, wow, and it's a beta, so that's bound to happen. The reason I compare this to Need for Speed is because a long time ago, Need for Speed had a very, very happy place in my heart, and it hasn't been able to achieve the same status that it used to. And I've always hoped for years and years that they would put out a game that is like the games that I've loved, that they've made so much. And those games are particularly Need for Speed Most Wanted, as well as Underground and Underground 2, more particularly Underground 2. And there's elements that I wanted them to bring back in from those games that they've put into this one. Now, there is a storyline to this game, and you follow the main character. Sorry, I forget his name. But he is a racer. He likes to race. And his brother is also a racer, I think. And that's pretty much as far as I've gotten. But I do know after this first race that I do, one of the main characters, or the character that's been talking to me, wants me to meet up with my brother. I'm not sure why yet, but so far the story is pretty good in its delivery and its integration with the open world. So that's a great thing. Again, it is a beta. I really hope that they do add some things. Like so far, I haven't. Well, again, I haven't really done much in the game, but hopefully there will be like really cool co-op events and not just races and stuff like that. But I think this game has a lot of potential, specifically when it comes to, you know, future DLC, or even, you know, turning this into some sort of like MMO style game. Even if that's the way it branches off, I think that would be really cool. But right now I am on my way to a race, and as you guys can see, the race is quite a ways away. So I think they've done a great job, you know, fully realizing the world that they've built, from all the traffic to just, you know, the day and night cycle, everything. I think everything is just really cool. In this video, I'm really trying to get used to the handling in this car, and I even go and I do. This is another demonstration of me being able to go wherever I wanted. But right now, I'm doing some sort of like mini events that are tagged on the street, and I'm supposed to be going or weaving in and out of these little pylon things here. But I don't do such a good job. I do end up beating my last score, which is bronze, and getting a silver. Or not doing it the first time at all, but the second time's a try. I kind of pressed X accidentally and did it again. But yeah, these are really cool events. I want to see more of them. I haven't really played much of the beta, so I can't really comment on the other types of events like this. But so far, so good. I find the handling of this particular car is fairly weird. I mean, it seems like unless you're braking, which is logical, you can lose speed or lose control of this vehicle quite quickly when you are not controlling the pace and the braking with this vehicle. So I do end up going and doing my first race, but I think I'm going to separate that into another video to show you guys. Actually, we'll see. No, that's fine. I'll just continue to commentate over this. So, the world is quite real. I wish it would be a little bit more realistic. I mean, like different traffic patterns depending on the type of day. Time of day. Seeing a lot more pedestrians would be crazy. I haven't had any altercations with the police in the game, so I don't know what that's like. But I mean, there should be some penalties for like maybe hitting pedestrians or something. I know that would turn this game into something that's probably not, but I think it would be really cool if there was even like a hardcore mode, you know, as one of the difficulties. But so far so good. And if I remember correctly, what they do for this first race is they change the time of day and they make you play it at night, as you guys can see. But as the first race, it was fairly difficult for me to become one, as I want to say, with my car. They do a great job of showing you a variation of cars, and all the vehicles in this game are licensed, so they're all by brands. They have their brand names. They are modeled after the original car. So I think I'm in a Dodge Charger or Challenger, one of the two. I think it's probably a vintage Challenger muscle car, but right now in this race I'll be racing a Mercedes. I'm not particular with the names. A Ford GT, I think it's called, as well as I think a Mitsubishi Lancer. I'm not too sure what the car up ahead is, the blue car. But you'll see that I at first I'm not really too keen with the controls. I'm not really good. And there are no barriers. Another thing I want to point out, there are no barriers in this game. The barriers that I'm talking about would enclose you in a circuit or a track. in order for you to play it. But that doesn't seem to be the case for this game. So I'm not quite sure long term if that's a good or a bad thing. Mind you, the only time it should be a bad thing, the only time it's a good thing is if you're a noob at a game like this and you're one of those people who doesn't brake while you race your cars, so you hit barriers and hope that you know, it will help you turn better, but that's not the case. So I mean, I'm pretty positive that, you know, that barrier you just saw back there, I would be able to go off track, no problem, and not have any issue. Now, I do come to be in tune with this vehicle and end up winning this race, which is awesome. And I end up playing another race when I end up getting my first car, which will be in another video. But so far, this game is really freaking cool. It has a leveling system, and every race earns you experience as well as money. They do have something other than money called crew credits, or crew currency, I think it's called. But I'm not quite sure how it works yet. And in this video here, you get to see your brother, and he needs a ride for the first time. And so I don't want to do anything to ruin this for you. So I'm going to pretty much end off this video here. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. The likes, you know, regular likes, comments, subscribes are always appreciated, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.